All right, good evening, everybody. This is K5LYN. My name is Lynn. I'm in Austin. We get together here on Wednesday evenings and talk about the early days of single sideband. Anybody need this frequency for any kind of emergency use before we get too carried away here? I'm listening. Okay, it's all quiet now. Maybe I will pick up 2 or 3, Jay, before I give it to you. Anyway, I'm on a Central Electronics 20A from the year 1954 or 5, something like that. And I arranged a deal where I can transceive with the Hallicrafters SX115, so that becomes the VFO for the very early single sideband exciter. This receiver is the worst one I've got in the shack, but the transceive is nice on this very primitive equipment. All right, buy-sell trades are perfectly appropriate here if they're vintage radio related, and this is a great place to ask for some technical advice if you're working on a radio and you're stumped. And I've asked for a lot of advice on this SX115. Nothing's worked yet. Okay, let me just pick up a few people here that I said hello to. We got a huge pre-list here. And if you were one of the earlies and you came on and you said that you were here and you get forgotten about, please don't be offended. With 3 of us being net controls, it's hard to keep up with how many people are lurking out there. So, let me talk to my neighbor right quick. TXW, George, talk to us.
Hello, Lynn, and all around the net from WB5TXW for the finest hour of amateur radio for the week. Here on the Collins gear, 32 is 175S3, the power supply, the speaker in the box, Shure 444, and the dipole outside. Lynn, I'm very happy. I had the final drilling and filling of a tooth, and after last month of having 2 wisdom teeth pulled, I didn't even feel a thing. Well, hardly over.
Well, I've had 2 crowns since I talked to you, George, so I know the feeling.
Yeah, we can feel each other pain. Anyway, that's it. So this stuff is working, but it still needs some improvements. Maybe I'll catch you on the repeater sometime. I'm still learning. So, WB5TXW back to net.
Good to hear you, George. Okay, I'm going to talk to WW9W, N50JB, and KE5Q, and then we'll give it to Jay. WW9W, hey, Robert, what's up? Over to you.
Okay, K5LYN. Hello, Lynn. Doing good up here, man. Everybody's sounding super good. Sounding real good. All the signals are rolling in here. Kicking up dust on a muddy road. Hey, Lynn, I'm running the KWM2 this evening. I didn't get out there and cool off the Studio B, so it was too hot out there to operate, so I figured I'd come in here. Running the KWM2 with the Shure 444 and the 30L1 amplifier. Looks like about 600 watt peak. About 600 watts. It's running here into the old faithful dual band Ultimax 8040. Other than that, just trying to stay cool. Hope you guys doing well down there. Back to you, K5LYN, WW9W. I'll see you later.
Outstanding, Robert. You can't go wrong on Collins. I had my S-Line down here last week, and it was a real pleasure to hear the recording of it. I haven't heard from Matt to find out if he's recording or not, but we always look for it when he has time to fool with us. Okay, Mr. Denver, OJB, talk to us, K5LYN.
Hey, Lynn, K5LYN, N5OJB, a weakest station on the radio, and I'm talking to y'all tonight on an old Kenwood TS820 and using a Shure SM57 XLR stage mic on the radio, and driving an old NCL 2000 into an inverted V fan dipole, homemade dipole, and that's about it here as far as equipment, but everybody is sounding really good out there tonight. So back to you, Lynn.
Okay, Denver, you know, you're the only guy that ever puts on an NCL 2000 anymore. Keep it up. It sounds good.
Thank you, sir.
All right, great to hear you. All right, let's see if I can talk to my friend over there, KE5Q. How about it, Jim? K5LYN.
K5LYN in the net. The road anchor at Zero Echo 5 Quebec. Well, it's ditto, 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 same as Robert. KWM 2, 3001, Sure 444, Ultimax 8040. So, same story, second verse. And yeah, Robert's right, the band is sounding good. The signals are sounding really good tonight. Let you get on around, K5LOYN. This is KE5Q.
All right, Jim, great to hear you. Got 2 call-ins in a row there. All right, y'all, I'm going to switch stations here because I'm tired of listening to this receiver. I'm going to get on the cheap and easy SSB, which I often use on the net, but it doesn't transceive. But I was seduced into transceiving tonight for a little while. But we'll manage. Okay, Jay, pick it up. See if you can get all this straightened out. KM5QS, K5LYN.
Well, we'll see what we can do about whittling the list down a little bit. This is KM5QS. Name is Jay. I'm in Alice, Texas, and I am on a set of Kenwood twins, G and R599 Delta. I'm driving a Kenwood TL922 amplifier through a homebrew antenna tuner, balanced tuner, and homebrew balanced line and antenna. Whole dang thing's homebrew. Anyway, about 1,400 and a few watts, so hopefully it's working okay. And I'm still on frequency as far as the counter says. So, KK5DR, Matt, come on down.
Oh, it's me. Is that you? This is KK5DR, and we're coming at you tonight on the Yaesu Fox Tango 1000 Delta, barefooted, 200 watts even, going out into the balance fed double zip, 250 foot long, 60 feet up in the air, and been warm, and I've been chased by thunderstorms the last couple of days, but hardly any rain. Just lots of thunder and lightning and threats. But other than that, it's been okay. Latest acquisition, ETO Alpha 86 with one minor glitch on control board, and we're in the process of fixing that and putting it back in service, and awaiting the arrival of my new TS 890 Kenwood. I think I'll tune those two together, and that ought to be a pretty good match. Anyway, that's how it goes out here on the Fat Chicken Ranch, Page, Texas. KK5DR.
Okay, Matt. Well, I'm looking forward to you putting that team together. They ought to work really well. And, yeah, Roger on the thunderstorms. We've had our share down here. I've spent more time unplugged than I have plugged in. So, but anyway, that's the way it goes. All righty. Well, good luck to you, and we'll see you next time. Now, I don't know if he stuck around or not, but I heard him check in earlier, so KW5KO. Still here?
Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3.
Okay, test 1 2 3. You want to turn? Well, I guess not. David must have gone to dinner. Whiskey 5 X-ray uniform. How about you, David?
And 5QSW5XU. Good evening, gentlemen, again. We're just north of New Orleans. Look at the map. You'll see Pellington, Louisiana. We'll take a right and go into the woods, and that's where I am. Running a R4C T4XC. That is going to probably have to spend some time in the shop. Last time I had it open was probably 15 years ago. And I think it needs a little cleaning and maybe some diddling and probably a couple of new finals. Into an L4B through a tuner to an 80-meter dipole of about 50 feet. And the microphone is the Shure 444. Everything sounds real good tonight, a little noisy. I hope everybody survived the rain that we had this past week. We got about 3 inches, but it's mostly gone now. Take care, Jay. Good to hear from you. KN5QSW5XU.
Okay, David, good deal. Your drakes are working. Of course, they always do. So, oh, me. We all got our favorites, and they're all good. Some just a little better sometimes, but you never know. Thank you, David. K8WOZ. How about you, Dan?
Hey, good evening, Jay, and all the other boat anchor aficionados. This is Dan. K8WOZ, downtown Sanctuary City of Houston. We're just talking on a Kenwood TS 830 and driving a Kenwood TL 922. Microphones, a Kenwood TS, or what do you call it? It's a MC50 50. And the antenna is an Ultimax 2-band bazooka, like a lot of other people apparently. I must say that, man, all that Collins gear really sounds good tonight. Roberts and George and, shoot, I forgot who all else had one on here, but, man, they all just got great full audio, as usual. That's about it from here, I guess. There was something I was going to ask or mention, but maybe I'll think of it later. It's terrible getting old. So that's it from here, Jay. Have a good rest of the net. I'll be listening. KWOZ.
Okay, Dan. Yeah, it's yeah, the getting old part beats the alternative, though. It does that. And the other Collins was Jim up in Plano, KE5Q, if I remember right. And there's probably another one or two out there before we get there. Let me see. I think I'll pick up the Heathkit King over there. How about you, Ralph, N5BTM?
Good evening there, Jay, and all the net. KM5QS, this is Ralph, N5BTM. Spring, 30 miles north of the Sanctuary City of Houston. And I don't know about Heathkit King, but anyway, tonight we are on the Heathkit SB100 transceiver. And that's driving a homebrew GS35B grounded grid amplificator. We have the Heathkit SB600 speaker and cabinet. And that's going through a Drake 2700 tuner. The old MN2700 and a Shure 444 microphone. And that totals about 800 watts out, give or take. So, everybody's sounding real good. Band's in great shape. And rainfall today, we got about a fat half inch. So, there you go. Well, back to you, Jay. KM5QS, N5BTM.
Okay, Ralph. Yeah, we got about 0.8 of an inch today to add to the 4 or 5 inches we got over the past few days. That's all right. We'll dry out one of these days. Sounding great, Ralph, as usual. I'm going to pick up a couple more, and then I'm going to turn it to Rusty, but I'm going to see if I can get Bob, KA5CXG, out there. Go ahead, Bob.
Do you have me now?
I hear you now.
Okay, KA5CXG, Bob on San Angelo on the 520. Not much going on. Got two of the boat anchors on in the background here. Been on for an hour or two. Got the Drake 2B going and the R388 with the private detector it's going. So I'm listening to the note on both of those. And hearing everybody real well, and everybody has a good week. Catch you all next week. KA5CXG, I'll be in my D. Anybody got a face plate for the Drake 2B that's in good shape, let me know. I've got a 2B and I need another little face plate for the front. Anybody's got one, you know, you can hold me here on radio or something or let me know because I'd like to find another face plate. Other than that, that's it. Jay, talk to y'all next week, KA5CXG.
Okay, Bob. Yeah, good deal. I finally got that R820 down here, and man, I'm glad I did. I think it hears as good with a coat hanger sticking out the back of it as most of them do with the real antenna. Few little things I'm polishing up on it, but other than that, it's working. I like it. It's going to be part of the station one of these days, like about tomorrow. Anyway, thanks, Bob. We'll catch up with you later. All right, Corpus Christi, or Portland, I should say. K5 Kilo Mike. Kevin, it's your turn.
All right, Dave, thank you. KN5QF. This is Kilo 5 Kilo Mike in Portland. Guess we missed a big bullet the other day with a hurricane. We got about 2 or 3 inches
B3.
here. And the wind about 35, 40 miles an hour. Missed a lot of it. Had some pretty bad thunderstorms come around there after the hurricane, but nothing too bad. Tonight on a FT101, about 115 watts, out to an Austin up there, running this old C10 Hell Night.
Idiot.
That's about it. Everybody sounded real good on the net tonight. Appreciate it. Everybody stay safe. Back to you, Jay. KN5QS, K5KKM.
Okay, Kevin, good deal. At 101's working this evening, even if somebody was still tuning up. And you can't know the depths of feeling that course through a man's veins when the headphones are on and somebody does that. Laugh while you can. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about that. Rusty, while my ears quit ringing, it's your turn. WK5R, KN5QS.
KN5QS. WK5R. All right. Jay, my name's Rusty, and I'm on a Kilocrafters HC37, located up here halfway between Dallas and Tyler. I'm driving a homebrew GS35B amplifier at about 900 watts, and the microphone is an Audio-Technica AT2035. It goes into a fan dipole. We'll put a fan dipole up there about 6 feet. All right, I don't have a list, so I'll just take check-in. 2 off to the Boat Anchors Unlimited coming out.
Whiskey Bravo 1 Echo.
W5IS.
November 5, Juliet, India.
Come on in, Dave.
What about Henry?
Kilowatt Charlie 5, November Papa Charlie.
They're still coming, Rusty.
W5HCR. I got 2. I'll have to come back. I got 2, and I'll have to come back and pick up the others next time around. WB1E. Go ahead, Doug.
Well, thanks, and hello, everybody. I like a lot of check-ins there after Rusty. Go ahead, Doug. Yeah, everybody's still casting. How am I going to pull in? Even if I got a big one. Anyway, this is Doug over here and Brian. And Jay, sorry for tuning up. You know, I came out here late. Oh, yeah, new set of eardrums or headphones, maybe both. I don't know. You'll have to get back to me on that. This is WB1E talking to you on the regular old Swan 500. And, guys, I did not touch the tuning knob since last week, and I was off frequency then, and I'm probably off frequency now. So anyway, it has been warming up for a couple hours. Electro Voice 638. I left the Turner 9S or S9. What is it? U9. Turner U9. I left that alone because everybody said I sounded way too nice on it. So I decided to keep that, save that for the future. Folded dipole, inverted V dipole up about 90 feet, and with a 4-to-1 Ballon, and a 50 ohm RG213. Running barefoot. Hello. Yeah, about it's PEP about 270 watts. So Rusty and the Boat Anchors Net, boy, sure is good to hear everybody sounding better than usual. I'll just leave it at that. This is Whiskey Bravo 1 Echo, back to net.
Doug, the Swan sounds great as usual. Okay, W5IS, another Doug, go ahead.
Good evening, all, the Boat Anchor Bunch, and So the Doug over there, you're right on frequency. I'm running 830 with DFO 230 at those frequency. Plus I got a SBR play, running SBR console, and on these road anchors I can see a little bit of area in all of them. And you're right on frequency, Doug. And Rusty, got you located, and I'll be on the way shortly. I am running double with good walker bikes like a bunch of other people, and I'm driving an SC-1000. So that's the story here. Appreciate you picking me up. W5 IE.
All right, Doug, the S30 and the SC-1000 sounds great there. I'll be looking for it. All right, you're up to the Boat Anchors Unlimited. Come now.
W5HTR.
N5K BP.
K0FAD.
November Papa Charlie.
One with an H in the suffix. Go ahead.
This is W5HTR. Are you copying?
Yes, go ahead, Brad. I know who you are now.
Okay. Yeah, good evening, all. Well, I'm talking on a TR4, and with a little help from an FL2000B, and the antenna is an inverted V, with the apex about 35 feet or so, and the mic is a Shure 444 Delta. So that's pretty much the rig here. It's pretty much the rig I usually use to check in the boat anchor net. It's good listening to the net. A lot of noise on the net tonight, at least up here, a lot on the frequency. Incidentally, one of my neighbors about a mile away trying to check in. I don't know if you can hear him or not. W5SU, Sugar United. So you might give him a listen there. Back to you, W5HTR.
Okay, Fred, the TR4 sounds great as usual. Was that XU or Sierra uniform?
Sierra uniform.
Okay, I will see if I can pick him up in a minute. N5KBP, go ahead, Marty.
Thank you, Rusty. This is Marty, N5KBP, in Longview, Texas. I'm running the Yaesu FT102 into a Meritron AL11, about 5.5% watt, into a 230 extended zap. And that's about it. We can use a little rain up here. We haven't got much, but just barely enough to keep things alive. That's it. N5K, BP, back to this.
You're sounding great there, Marty. What was the rig? I was preoccupied.
That's my Yaesu 102.
Oh, Roger. 102 sounds good there. Okay, there's another one there. But I forgot who it was. So, we'll try Whiskey 5 Sierra uniform. Stay there. Go ahead.
Thanks very much. Probably off
I lost him, Fred. I heard him say he was on the boat, but I didn't get through. You say Fox Tango 34?
No, Sugar Baker 34.
Okay.
ETSN.
No, SB sideband engineers.
SBE?
Yeah, SB34. Sideband engineers 34.
Oh, okay. Well, it's working. It's just fading in and out there. Let me know. That's it.
There we go.
I was sliding down frequency just a little bit. Yeah, that's a new one. If you're listening way out there in New Mexico, Mike, write down SB34 Type B Engineering on your checking list there. All right. It's working there. Appreciate you checking in there. All right. Who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? I missed one a while ago and I forgot who it was. Come again.
Kilowatt Charlie 5, November, Papa Charlie.
K0.
That's the one. Go ahead.
What happened to Henry?
Oh, I'm right here. I'll pick it up.
Okay. I didn't hear you, Henry. Okay,
No problem.
the one I just said was the one. Go ahead. The N5 something.
Thank you, Dan.
Okay, the one with Papa in the suffix. Go ahead.
Kilowatt Charlie 5, November, Papa Charlie. This is Hubert, San Angelo, Texas, on the TS-830 gold emblem and the MC50 microphone. It's so old, it's got Trio on it. And out to the all-center fed dipole, that's all we got working here is the old TS-830 KC5 NPC. Over.
Roger, Roger. The 830 sounds good there. I appreciate it. Okay. Okay, Henry, go ahead.
Okay, no need to apologize. There were a bunch of guys in here tonight, and I wanted to get them all in here before I said anything. Besides, I'm not running a tube rig anyway. I'm running a Ten-Tech Paragon that I hadn't had on for a long while, so I thought I'd put it on tonight and run it a while, see if it's going to work okay. I'm running 500 watts into a homebrew Russian tube, about 500 watts. I got it comes way back here so I don't overdrive it. And MC50 microphone, and the antenna is an inverted V, 40 meter. That's about it. Just want to give this old Ten-Tech a little run for the money. And everybody have a good afternoon, and back over to net.
All right, Henry. Old Paragon sounds great. I figured it would. All right. Who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited come now?
And 5 JJI.
All right. Go ahead, Ed.
Okay. Thank you, Rusty. Good evening to the net. This is November 5, Juliet, India, New Braunfels. I'm running the Kenwood TS530. No-name microphone into an old Eastgate SB201. Coaxed out the window to a 75-meter dipole up about 50 feet or so. That's about it. Back to you, Rusty. N5 JJI.
All right, Ed, the 530 sounds great. The no-name microphone is as far as I'm concerned. All right, I'm going to take one more round of check-ins, then I'll shoot it back down the land there. Who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited come now?
You always had.
All right, go ahead, Steve. I'm not Steve. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Perry.
Okay, Rusty, I didn't know if I made it or not. There was another one in there, too. Anyway, Rusty, good evening to you, sir. Good evening here to everybody here on the Boat Anchor Net on another Wednesday evening. Boy, it's cloudy, noisy conditions up here in Missouri tonight. We've been getting rain showers going off all day, which is welcome, more than welcome. We need the rain, but boy, it's causing havoc here on the radio tonight. Anyway, Rusty, we're running the ASP, the Eastgate, the SB102, and I've got all the accessories all hooked up here. The console and of course the speaker containing the power supply, and I've got the scope and all that, and an Eastgate 2060 Eastgate tuner. We're using a Shure 450 Series 2. I don't know what that all means. I think it's just a newer model of the Shure microphone, so it seems to work real well. And we're running on the Maritron 811H here tonight, and it's a little weak on power, probably about 550 or so out. But it works, but it's a little lighter than it could be with the new set of two. but it's been running for 15, 16 years without the case on. So anyway, but that's kind of the story, Rusty. Of course, we're out the 450-yard wire line to the 137-foot inverted V. So it's kind of a story, kind of the same story, unless I switch around here a little bit. Anyway, like I say, the band's rough, went to the right company, but I still enjoy listening to all the guys here on the boat anchors. So you guys doing that control, we sure appreciate it. We'll be riding along till the end of the month. KB, do all you with that.
Okay, Perry. Heat Kit 102 sounds great here. All right, K0SED. Steve, go ahead.
K0SED. Good evening, Rusty, all the boat anchors. Tonight I'm on a trusty old Kenwood 520. The Collins 30 L1, the dipole up about our inverted V up 40-odd feet. So I'll tell you what, everybody sounds great. Just have to run that RF way back and cut that static down. Anyway, everybody have a good week. Back to you, Rusty. K0SED.
The 520 sounds good here. You're the one I forgot a while ago. So this way. Appreciate you checking in. All right, Lynn. K5LYN, WK5R. Take her away.
Okay, Rusty, does it sound like I'm in the ballpark here? How about it, K5LYN?
Go ahead, go for it.
All right. Good evening, Joe. K5LYN, and returning on the cheap and easy SSB, a homebrew station built by KG7TR out of QST 1956. And I'm listening on the Drake 2B with the Q multiplier peaked all the way up. And what a superior receiver that is compared to the Hallicrafters SX115 that I was trying to use a while ago. If there are any people that were early that we failed to pick up, please come now and let me get a hold of you. Who's out there?
WA5EDX.
EDX, Byron, go ahead and talk to us.
Okay, I'll make it short and sweet. Lynn, this is WA5EDX, and just saying hi to everybody. Just put me down as half a count tonight, half a count. To be honest, I'm not on the boat anchor, not a tube in this thing. This is an IC745 that I've had on the workbench here the last couple of days. I've been working on it. I just thought I'd make my first contact on it and let y'all give me an audio report, signal report, see if it's worth putting the covers back on it. Same old inverted antenna. That's about 45 feet, little handheld ATF-12 mic. I've been sitting here the whole day looking around the workbench with another ATF-12 mic that I had here at the table yesterday. I had two mics here. And all the day I could not find the other one. No, I didn't lose it. Can't find it, but in the process of looking, I found two other radios that I needed that I didn't know where they were. Hi. Welcome to my world. So back to the net. Good evening, everybody. Hope everybody got a little rain. I didn't see the most for only a half an inch of it. But K5LYN, WA5EDX, beautiful plus scale.
Okay, Byron. Yeah, KK5DR and I have watched the storms go all around us on all sides of us, and hardly ever rained up here either. So you're not alone there. Hey, your signal went down, then came way back up. Are you on an amplifier? Is that rig barefooted?
No, it's barefoot. Probably a little QST.
Okay, yeah, that's probably what it is. Yeah, you sound fine now, hearing you great. But at one point, it took a serious dip. Okay, great to hear you. Anything else on your end this evening?
Negative, but I noticed you're up and down too. So the sky is moving on us.
That's what it is. That's what I thought. All right, great to hear you, Byron. All right, who else for the boat anchors this evening? K5LYN, calling and listening.
With 5 Delta Kilo.
November 5, Sierra Mike.
Okay, I got 3. I didn't get all the calls, but I know I got OMR, DK, and Sierra Mike. Jeff, talk to us.
Hello, Lynn, and all the boat anchors. Good to hear you. And I just come off of AM up on 3880. I was on the Viking 2 and the RT-74 receiver. and just switched over. I remembered it was Wednesday night, so I thought, well, I'm not going back because I don't have the coax line coming out of the T1000 to drive the Viking 2, so I'm on side bin. On the Kenwood TS2000, and we're driving that into the Drake L7 pair of 3500Zs. It's the L7 is basically a L4B with 160 meters on it. Kind of sorted around about way you might say. I'm trying to readjust the audio back here for this rig. And we're driving that into an old Heathkit SA2060 open wire antenna tuner. That does open wire and coax. And feeding about 85 feet of open wire line to a 75 meter full wave loop, the Delta loop up at apex at 50 foot. And that's about all we got. Had a big day at work. So we're working again, Lynn, and everything's going along fine there, and glad to be back on the road. I don't have anything else. K5LYN. And Saturday mornings, anybody else has an AM rig and wants to get on, we've been getting on 3880 in the mornings. I don't know about how big the group can get. It's starting to get kind of large now, but maybe we can break off to a couple of different groups and move up to, 85 or 75. But there's been a lot of AM activity going on 3880 and 3890. And to the point where some of the guys are slipping down from 90 and joining the guys on 80 because it gets too crowded on 90. I think that's what we're going to have happen on 80 here before long. K5LYN and all the bunch, W5OMR.
Okay, Jeff. Hey, I've actually got a pretty serious AM rig on the air these days, so you might drop me an email once in a while and let me know what the best bet is. I'm also fighting off some noise I didn't have out in the country, but I've got the signal. So if we can figure out how to do it, I'm for it. All right, right quick, Jeff, anything else on your end?
I don't have anything. It's 8 o'clock every morning, Monday through Saturday. I don't know if anybody gets on Sundays or not. In the mornings and also in the afternoons, Lynn, at 4:30 in the afternoons. I don't know when your noise is bad, but hopefully if you ever get that thing fixed, you'll be able to join us in. Over.
4:30 is bad. 8 a.m. might work. I'll be in touch, Jeff.
All right, Lynn, good to hear you, and I don't have anything else. K5LYN, W5OMR.
Okay, moving on. Mr. DK, Don, is that you?
Yes, sir. Good evening, everybody. My name is Don, Delta Oscar November. It's Whiskey 5 Delta Kilo, and I am in Spring Branch, Boulevardy, north of San Antonio, and using the old Drake station today, a TR4 again, and I'm using a D104 and pushing it with signal with an L4 amp, and I think it's on the double extended ZEP right now. Good to hear everybody. And thanks for running the net controls. Back to you then, K5LYN, W5DK.
Don, you're the loudest I ever heard you. It's really coming in tonight. I'll tell you what, that Drake is hard to beat. The audio is a little bit on the crisp side, but we kind of expect that out of D104s. But you got it working right, over.
Yeah, all right. May have been crowded in too. Thanks.
No, you weren't. No, it's clear as bell. It sounds great. In fact, right just back there where you headed, it was just fine. All right, great to see you, Don. Let's move on here. Who is Sierra Mike? Over to you, sir. K5LYN.
November 5 Sierra Mike.
Oh, yeah, okay. Sorry, I didn't hear you. Good evening. Thanks for picking me up. My name is Ron, Romeo Oscar November, and I'm in Pleasanton, Texas, and I'm running a TS830, a TL922A, feeding that into a Nye Viking MB5A to a full-size 80-meter loop up about 30 feet. And I'm using an MC50 microphone, and everybody sounded real good out here this evening. That's about all I got from this end of the wire. N5SM.
Hey, Ron. Nice to make your acquaintance. This is K5LYN, Lynn in Austin. Have we talked to you before? If we have, I have forgotten.
No, sir, I don't think so. I just got this station assembled last week, so I haven't been on for quite some time until here this past week. Over.
Okay, well, we're here every Wednesday evenings. Many of us are running back to Tube radios, but certainly anybody who's interested in what we're doing is welcome to come by. So nice to make your acquaintance. Keep in touch with us, okay?
Yes, sir, and thank you. Appreciate you running the net and picking me up.
All right, who else for the boat anchors this evening? K50YN calling in this evening.
Kilo Charlie 6, Charlie, November.
Okay, there were two in there, but let's talk Kilo Charlie 6 here, November. Over to you.
Okay, thanks for picking me up. This is Kilowatt Charlie 6, Charlie, November. And the name is Gerald. We're down here in Harlingen, Texas. Just had that big old storm blow through here with a bunch of water. Tonight I'm on my standard boat anchor rig, my TS530 SP with an MC50 microphone, and running a Kenwood TL922 amplifier at about 750 to 800 watts to a inverted V double bazooka antenna up about 40 feet, and everybody's sounding real good down here. Back to net.
Okay, Gerald, you're on a little bit more modern radio than many of us, and it sounds great. You might tell me how this 1956 homebrew radio from QST is in terms of the frequency we're supposed to be on. Should be 3870 here. And very nice to make your acquaintance with you every Wednesday, so keep in touch with us, okay?
QSL, yeah, I usually check in with Jay, but I got a real good copy on you tonight, real clear. You're coming through with no problem. And I definitely will. Talk to you later, KC6CNN.
All right. Who else for the boat anchors? K50YN calling and listening.
Kilo India 5 Hotel Charlie.
KI5 Hotel Charlie, talk to us.
Thanks for putting me up there, Lee. I'm talking on an Icon 745 that I bought brand new 31 years ago. And it's still a good radio. It's not the best anymore, but it's a good radio. It's 112,001. I'm using an Intel piece of wire that runs off the fence and up the chimney and up to Oak Tree and back down to the fence. Feeding with an Americana in London with about 500 watts. And I've got a really good copy on it. Back to you, Kilo India 5 Hotel Charlie. My name is Rick from Kilo India Charlie.
Okay, very fine, Rick. The old ICOM is doing a great job there. Most of us are operating vacuum tube radios here, as I am at the moment, and I haven't spilled the beans to most of the group that I recently bought a ICOM 7300. So I guess we'll get by with the ICOMs one way or the other. Any other comments, Rick? Over.
Well, this was the first rig I ever bought. I was licensed in '89, and as soon as I got the license, I went and bought the rig, and it's been with me ever since. I've had good luck with it, and no complaints there. Go ahead.
All right. Very nice to make your acquaintance. We're here every Wednesday. Come by. Hey, Jay, you want to talk to these folks? How about it? I've been getting long-winded here. No telling what frequency I might be on by now. AM5QS, K5LYN.
Okay. I had trouble finding the foot switch. Yeah, it's the band's kind of strange tonight, but we're picking up a lot of people, so that's a good thing. It is kind of up and down, a little QSB going on. Okay, folks. One thing, let me say. Hello. Okay, I lost my mic. Let me say this. Having a little trouble with my foot switch. I may in the future be looking for a good working TS820. If someone has one in good working order, cosmetically good, is okay, but the way it works is more important. But not immediately, but just think about it. And with that, if there's anyone else out there who wants to check in with Boat Anchors Unlimited, come now, please.
AG5XP. WE5.
Okay, I got AC5 question mark, and then the AC5L, I believe. Let me see. Let me try the AC5 first.
Yeah, this is Jonathan Brownwood. It's Alpha Golf 5 X-Ray Papa.
Alpha Golf 5 X-Ray something.
Papa, P is in Paul.
I should have known that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No problem, yeah. I'm talking here on the TS530, going out my HT33A amplifier with a H-Kit 2040 tuner going out a 5 GBR antenna. I want to thank Lynn for sending me some information on my HT32A that I'm working on that I hope to get on the air before too awful long.
Okay, yeah, it's starting to come up a little bit. The band's kind of rocking back and forth, but I'm starting to hear you better now.
Yeah. No problem. Yeah, it's going up and down, but yeah, got an HT32A that I'm working on that Lynn gave me some info on to bypass the 5-volt power supply, so don't have a transformer failure. But I'm getting it close to being on the air for the first time in no telling how long.
Okay, Ken. Yeah, I found you from last week. 530 starting to cut through it, so good deal.
I appreciate the info. Appreciate y'all picking me up. Appreciate y'all putting the net on. Have lots of fun with it. Get back to y'all. AG5XB clear.
All righty. Thank you, sir. And the station that had a whiskey and a 5 and I think an L in there somewhere. If that come ahead.
Whiskey, Victor 5 India.
Oh, hello, Dwayne. Should have recognized your voice.
Yeah, hello, Jay, and everybody on the Boat Anchor Net. This is Dwayne, Whiskey Victor 5 India in Munster, Texas, and we're on the Collins S line tonight from 32S3, driving a 30S1 into an inverted V at 35 feet.
Okay. Did I lose you, Dwayne?
Oh, no, I'm still here. The noise is really bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm having a little mechanical problem with my foot switch, but right now I'm standing on it with both feet, so it's one of those days.
Okay, did we double by chance?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay, I didn't know.
But anyway, I've been enjoying that receiver. It works pretty good. So a few little minor things to mess with on it, clean up a couple of things up, but actually no problems at all. So if you talk to Ken, tell him I'm really appreciating it.
Oh, I did. Yeah, matter of fact, we talked on the radio earlier, and he was wondering about how it went. So I told him everything went well.
Oh, good deal, good deal. I'm happy as I can be. Actually, that's why I was mentioning I'm thinking about getting an 820 to go with it and make a set of twins out of that.
There you go. That'll be good, and I'm glad you got your antenna back up.
All righty. Anything else, Dwayne?
No, that'll do it. Good evening to everybody. We'll listen in until everybody's finished.
All right. Thank you, sir, for checking in and all the other good stuff you did for me. So I really do appreciate it. We get to cook for everybody in April. You need to come down and get a free sandwich.
There you go.
All right. Thank you, Dwayne. Anyone else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now, please.
Alpha Delta Charlie.
Ooh, hello, Rick.
Yeah, hello, Jay, and everybody on the net. This is Rick, WD5ADC, down in Harlingen, soggy Harlingen, Texas. And tonight, I'm on my GSB 100, a Drake 2B receiver. The microphone is a D104. The amplifier is a 30L1, and the antenna is an inverted V.
Man, you are smoking up there. That all that rain must have made a heck of a ground plane between here and Harlingen. You're getting it.
Oh, yeah, it improved the standing wave on my inverted V for some reason. I guess one would think it I wouldn't have any improvement, but I do. So I'm not going to complain. And you are 20 plus over here tonight.
Well, I'm doing something somewhat under legal limit, just a little.
Okay, I'm running about 500 watts, by the way, and that's about all maybe 550, so that's about it.
Okay, sounds great. Then it always does. That's a good old rig.
Yeah, I like it. I put enough time into it. I better like it. Anyway, 7-3, Jay, and everybody on the net, 7-3, WD580C.
Okay, Rick, thank you for checking in, sir. See you next week. All right, anyone else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? There was a station out there. I couldn't quite hear them. Rusty, can you hear them?
It was a W5 something. I didn't get the rest of it.
W5TS.
Whiskey 5 TS. Well, go ahead, TS, and when you're done, I'll pass it. Go ahead, Rusty, and pick him up after he's done.
This is W5TS, 5TS stop, and offset. I'm on a Kenwood 520, and it's consistent stop hole. So I hadn't checked it in a while. It's been a long time, but I'm back, and I'll send it back to Rusty. Over.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, he's on the 520, and it sounds okay. It's just a little weak. Other than that, it's doing just fine. So go ahead, Jay.
Oh, okay, Rusty. Excuse me. I'm between my foot switch and my sinus drainage. I think it's time to turn it to your KM5QS to WK5R.
All right, KM5QS, WK5R. I think I'm off frequency. Hello. I don't know. I don't know what I'm hearing, but anyway, no, I wasn't hearing. No, just a second. All right, that got it. All right, who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited come now? Anybody else out there that we hadn't talked to yet wants to check into the Boat Anchors Unlimited come now?
Charlie Delta.
Ah. TL7 Charlie Delta. Go ahead, Mike.
Okay, Rusty, thanks for letting me in. Let me turn this mic gain down just a little bit. Are you copying me okay?
You're real light, but I can copy you 100%, Mike. Go ahead.
All right. This is Kilo Lima 7 Charlie Delta. I'm down here over here in Ruidoso, New Mexico. The far to the west of you guys, the band has been coming up for me. As the propagation improves, the gray line coming my way. We're an hour behind y'all. And everybody's sounding pretty good now. I'm on the Icon 701 tonight. I'm getting ready to demobilize this station this evening. I've got to move it out into the garage because they're going to start demolition work here in the utility room to turn it into a bathroom. So I got my Studio B, as Robert calls it, my shack out back, just about completed, and I'll be moving the station out there and try and get my feed line arranged to come into the shack there. Anyway, I'm running the 701 to a Downsett GSC 201 and running about maybe 400 watts, something like that, 350. It's been going down because my 572Bs, I don't know what I did to them, but it wasn't good. And I got a dipole up about 40 feet and using the condenser mic that came with the ICOM 701. So I'm on a solid state rig, but I bought it brand new in 1978, so it's kind of a small boat. Anyway, Rusty, 73 to you and all the Boat Anchor people. And I'll look to be on in a couple of weeks when I get moved out into my shack out back. KL7 Charlie Delta, back to W5KR.
Okay, Mike. Yeah, the IC701 and the GSB 201 are working. At least up here anyway. And Roger on tearing your station down and getting it moved out to the shack out back there. It might take you a couple of weeks to do that. But we'll look for you when you get there. All right. Anybody else in the Bone Anchors Unlimited yet? Come now. All right. Anybody else out there we haven't talked to yet that wants to check into the Bone Anchors Unlimited yet? Come now. Well, that may be about it. K5LYN, WK5R. Go ahead, Lynn.
All right, let's see. Is this frequency going to work? Shall I talk?
Yeah, you're getting light, so I guess the bands are changing. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're good here. All right. Well, I'm not running quite as much power tonight as I usually do because I've got a different amplifier on this cheap and easy SSB. All right. This is K5LYN, Lynn and Austin. We had a great net tonight. What a huge group of people. Anybody else want to talk to me before we wind it down? By the way, on AL7CD, Mike, I heard you great and awesome. My noise is low right now. Anybody else for the net? K5LYN, calling and listening. KC5L. KC5L, Tom?
Hey, good evening, Lynn. The Bone Anchors Net. Thank you for picking me up. This is Tom, KC5L in San Antonio. And we're running the usual tonight. Talking on a Central Electronics 200B with a D104 microphone into a balance line, into a Central Electronics 600L. Here's about to have a water to a balance line tuner on the power line. The numbers up about 15 feet, and we're listening on an RC-58. So everyone's sounding great tonight, and that's about all I have. So back to you, Ed. K5LYN. K5L.
Okay, very fine, Tom. Hey, I had my 20A on for the first shift, but I don't like the receiver I have it paired with, so I shifted gears here. But so you're Central Electronics number 2 for the evening, over.
Roger, roger. Yeah, you're 28 sounding great, and QPD is equally fine as well.
Yeah, we're looking forward to the recording. I got a text from Matt that he is recording tonight. So we can always look forward to that in the morning. That's one of the favorite things I do on Thursday mornings is listen to the recordings. All right, who else for the net? K5LYN, calling and listening. That might be it, y'all. What a great net it was tonight. We've just about filled up the hour. What a fabulous experience. I'll say my 73s and listen out. I'll give it to Jay. And let's do this again next Wednesday evening. KM5QS, K5LYN.
Good net, Lynn. Okay, Lynn. Yes, sir. It has been a good one. 36 check-ins. And all but one of them actually had to say something. So that's not too shabby. It's been a great net. Everybody, we appreciate every one of y'all. And we're sure looking forward to the next time we're able to have a ham fest where most of us can get together and shake hands and eat barbecue and maybe even drink some lemonade or something. You never can tell. But we know what it takes to keep these things working, and the old stuff sounds just as good as some of the new stuff. So at any rate, I'll pass it on to Rusty because here are my 73s for this evening's net, and we'll look for you next Wednesday. Go ahead, Rusty. WK5R, KM5QS.
KM5QS, WK5R, and I'm flipping off frequency, so I'll say appreciate you checking in, and ditto on what Jay said about the white take 15 points on there. Got out one hand on the frequency dial and the other one on the key or whatever to tune them up there, because I'm slipping off a little bit. Anyway, appreciate it, and I'll see y'all next week. This is WK5R. Flipping off frequency, and now I'm turning the frequency back to normal amplitude, and I'm going to switch radios, WK5R.
Good net, Jay, Rusty, and Lynn. Good. Thank you, guys. Catch you down the page, KB0UOZ.
Hey, beautiful signal, Perry. K5LYN. Great to hear you. 73s.
Thank you, Perry. That's just too much fun.
It was alright.
KWOZ.
There's a lot of checking.
36.